Hi, welcome to Debrief.ai. My name is Thibaut Imbert, and I'm the Chief Product and Growth Officer here at Debrief. Debrief was built by marketers for marketers to help you accelerate your campaign lifecycle process. What we've observed is that all marketing teams really function as a loop, where the team has to ideate, understand what works and how to beat their competitors. Then they have to create assets, sometimes and very often in high volume, different resolutions and sizes across all channels. Then they need to publish these ads across all the different platforms, and then they need to report on these campaigns. I have been a marketer. I know the work that it is to do that all the time. More channels, more variations, more sizes, more customers, more demand, and it's just a lot. And so what we thought, can we actually create a product that functions as a loop, that understands marketers and really uses AI to accelerate the productivity across each aspect of that loop? So that's why we built Debrief. Debrief, and I'm going to show you that in a second, is organized around 4 agents. We call them the 4 agents of the product or the 4 experiences. But really what they are is there are 4 different experiences in the product that you can use to accelerate your productivity as a marketing organization. So when you land into Debrief, you will land into the Create experience. Like I said previously, Debrief is organized around 4 experiences that we'll walk you through right now. Discover, Create, Launch, and Optimize. Create is where you start, and when you sign up for Debrief, automatically we will create a brand kit with your logo, the name of your company, the colors, and everything you do in Debrief is connected to a brand kit to make sure that it's on brand. If you're in agencies, you'll have many brand kits. If you're a freelancer, you will have also many brand kits. And if you're working for one company as part of their marketing team, you'll have just one brand kit, most likely. So what you can see is here in the brand kit, I have my logo, colors, and all the details, and that is all saved. And we'll get back to that with some cool features soon in the Create section. But this has to be created, and this is a prerequisite for the experience in Debrief. So after sign up, when you land into Debrief, you will see 4 different elements in the navigation. These are the 4 experiences that I mentioned in the intro. They are what constitute the loop of a marketing team. Discover for ideation, Create for the production, Launch to publish your campaigns and ads, and Optimize to understand the performance of your campaigns. So you're going to land by default on Create, and you can see here we are going to pretend that we work for Skip the Dishes, a cool food delivery app in Canada. And when you sign up for Debrief, we ask you to upload your logo, put your brand, and that automatically creates a brand kit. So you can see here, that's my default brand kit. And what we're going to do, we're going to start with Discover. So let's go to the Discover experience. When I arrive in the Discover experience, you can see here that I have the competitive intelligence section and mood board. We're going to start with competitive intelligence. Competitive intelligence is an area where you can add any brand that you want to monitor to look at what they're doing. It can be competitors, but it doesn't have to. It can be literally any company. To add a competitor, it's super simple. You go to add competitor, and then you put the name of the brand. If I wanted to add Deliveroo, for instance, it would show up, but automatically we will find from your brand kit, given we know the name and the URL, we will use a little bit of AI to determine what are some other competitors that you could be looking at. We will be looking always at competitors that are not already in your list. I've added here a few. So if I'm working at Skip the Dishes, probably my competitors are going to be Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. So once a company is added, you can see inside the section here, I can look across all the different channels. What we do here is we look at the ads that these companies are running by using the public APIs from Meta, Google, LinkedIn, and so on. And we aggregate all that into one feed, which allows you to save a ton of time. Personally, as a marketer, I've had to do this myself so many times. Aggregate all these ads, do screenshots, put them into a Miro or a Figma to realize that I need to do this again because I forgot one channel. Now you can just do that very quickly inside Debrief within this Discover experience by using moodboards and just sending all your ads to moodboards to jam on them. We're going to look at that in a second. So from here, you can look at these ads. You can see quickly that there's a combination of, seems like a little bit of UGC, user-generated content, some more polished ad. I can see a lot of coupon stuff, like a wide range of ads. I can also play them.
Order on Uber Eats.
a little bit of ASMR vibe here. I can download them. And if I click on an ad, I can see the detail. I'm gonna have some information about the format, the status, the CTA, the landing page that this ad takes people to. So this is pretty powerful to very quickly see what these brands are doing. Now I can look at these sections and we're using AI to extract insights from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go look at AI insights, and here you can quickly see that, okay, this is the total number of ads they're running, heavily focused on Meta. I can see the hooks. What are the main hooks, the main copy that they're leading with? Very quickly, I can see that the coupon for the $15 or euro discount is one of the leading hooks. Then I can see also some offers with some code. So heavily leading into the kind of discount to potentially drive acquisition. I can see here the main CTAs. They're leading mostly to use the app and signing up. I can also look at the landing pages, and I can also look at the AI chat. The landing pages is quite helpful to understand which landing page these ads point people to and understand the experience end to end. Then I can also go to the AI chat, and the AI chat is a chat where what we do is you can use a large language model. We're using here Sonnet 4.0 from Anthropic, and we are augmenting this large language model with the data from the ads. What we do is we basically pass all of that context to the large language model so that you can converse with it and ask information about it. Something that a traditional GPT or Claude or Gemini out of the box wouldn't have context on. So here we automatically generate some prompts that you can use to explore, to understand the cross-platform campaign strategy differences. Here, what are the potential targeting gaps and keywords that I can use at Skip the Dish, or for instance, some details that I want to have on how can I, at Skip the Dishes, use different messaging to outperform Uber Eats approach? What I did here is I went with my own prompt. I said, what's been Uber Eats' focus on most ads recently? And you can see that actually it's reiterated on the point about new user acquisition focus with these key markets where they're focusing heavily on discounts. And it's giving me some insights about also their creative insight. They're using a lot of video and some key strategic opportunities for me at Skip the Dishes. For instance, it's telling me that maybe I want to tap into more of the loyal local community and emphasize loyalty in Canada and try a campaign around that. And you can see the agent will always ask a question to follow up, and you can jam with the agent and go more deeply and get some more insights. What we do here is all of these ads are not stored, so you cannot go back to a long time ago, like 3-6 months. We would love to build something like that in the future. So these are ads that are running right now that you can look at and query and use AI to get insights from. Okay, now that you have access to these ads, what could you do to actually use that to generate new ideas with your team? Well, guess what? We have built the mood board feature for that. So what I can do at any time under any ad, I can click on add to board, and from here I can create a new mood board or actually add that ad to a specific mood board. Here I'm gonna, for instance, take this one and add it to the fall campaign, add it, and automatically it's added to the mood board. If I go here, I find my mood board and I can see my ads that have been added. Here you can see I can scroll, and here you have an infinite canvas where you can invite your team and jam with your team on. I can click share. This link can be sent on Slack or email. Anyone can be an editor or a viewer, and anyone with multiplayer mode can come here, add stickies, add text, upload some elements. You can drag and drop things from your desktop. You can add all kinds of inspiration. You can use this as a mood board. So you can see here, I saved some ads that I liked and I put some comments. Griffin from my team put some comments as well. And now we're jamming and iterating and using that as a kind of like a brainstorming canvas. Now you can use that for brainstorming, and that's great. And that's really helpful because you can go seamlessly from these ads that inspired you to that creative canvas for mood boarding. But what you can also do is use the mood board to generate assets based on a specific vibe or a specific asset that you like, to really kind of like generate asset at the speed of thought and really enable vibe marketing for your team. So for instance, I have here in this example some shots that I like. Here I made a note that this looks yummy and that I think we should do more top camera shots like this. So what I put here, you see it's an infinite canvas. So I'm gonna zoom out and check this out. I have some more content here. And what my team team did is that they added some ideas here, some Mediterranean spices and Indian spices and some Top Shot style that they like, and even a mango lassi. And what they wanted to do is to generate here some different dishes, different images for different types of dishes. For instance, one team wanted to suggested that we create a campaign for Indian food. Another team suggested that we create a campaign for Mediterranean food. And now we're thinking, wow, okay, let's actually generate some visuals for that, for different campaigns for promotion of different types of food. So what I can do, I can come here, and with the media assistant, I uploaded these from images that I found online that I thought were inspiring to generate new content. And what I can do, I can select here from the stage with the little selector tool, I can go and select images. So I'm going to take, for instance, those Indian spices, and I'm going to also select this one. And this combines something that would be hard to describe with a prompt, right? I like the composition of that. I'm not going to prompt and say, hey, add a lemon here and I want 1, 2, 3, 4. No, you just say, I like that style. I like those spices. Can you create something that combines those two elements? So I'm going to select 4 variations. You can select here the model that you want to use. You can choose between Google Gemini 2.5 Flash, codename Nano Banana, or Flux Context that we use from Black Forest. And you can play with these two models. They are image models that are top tier image models, and see the results that you get and what you prefer. I'm going to use here Nano Banana Gemini 2.5, and I'm going to say change all the dishes to Indian food, and I'm going to say integrate the spices naturally in the scene. We're going to enhance the prompt. Automatically, when you enhance the prompt, we pass those images to the model and we ask the model to rewrite the prompt. It's always a good practice to enhance the prompt so that the model has a better prompt to work with. And what we're gonna do, we have a colleague that suggested that we also add the mango lassi. So let's not forget this. I'm going to then select the mango lassi, and I'm going to say, add the mango lassi, enhance the prompt. The mango lassi is going to be integrated inside the prompt, and I'm going to say top camera shot view. Okay, let's go. All right, check it out. It has generated beautiful imagery around Indian cuisine. I have here my food. I'm not an expert in Indian food. Of course, with AI, you always want to generate things and then check accuracy. This is looking really good. Here, this one is not good. This was from a previous generation. This one is looking beautiful as well. And this one as well. I recognize some famous classic Indian dishes here. And we even have our beautiful mango lassi with the pistachio topping. It looks delicious. Now, what I could also do, I could, let's say, do the same thing for Mediterranean food. So I could come here and just replace and say, transform dishes into Mediterranean cuisine. And I'm going to replace the spices. I am going to select this time those spices that are more Mediterranean vibe. And I'm going to remove the lassi. Let's enhance this. Now the prompt has been enhanced. Transform dishes into Mediterranean cuisine with vibrant spices in a cozy, warmly lit dining setting. Great. Top-down view. Let's go. All right, this one didn't work well. This one worked really well, and this one worked really well as well. So let's look at that. Okay, this looks much more definitely like a Mediterranean vibe. I have here maybe the fries. I'm not a big fan of that, so maybe I would want to exclude that. But overall, this looks really, really nice. Once you have generated these things from the mood board, what you can do, you can come here, and to create things from that, you can select any image that you generated, and you can click on the more option on this little menu, and you can save to your brand kit. When you do that, it is saving automatically that asset in your brand kit, and that is going to allow you to go into the editor when we're going to cover create. And what you can do there, we're going to be able to import these things directly into the editor. So if you were wondering, hey, this is great, now I've generated these things, how do I turn that into something with text and animations and turn that into an ad and a campaign? That's what we'll do in create, and this is the way you can directly pass pass that to the editor to go and create seamlessly. You don't have to download this manually and re-upload it later. This is a much better workflow. So you can see how quickly with the mood board feature, you can vibe and really generate asset at the speed of thought with your team collaboratively. So let's recap. You can use this infinite mood board for two main use cases. One, bringing assets from the ad library and save these ads and add comments and allow your team to collaborate and look at these ads to generate new concepts, new ideas to better compete and stand out from your competitors. And then another thing is to generate new assets based on these assets and these things that inspire you, that you can bring to the mood board and use the image models to generate new things. I didn't show this in this example, but you can also generate video from this with going from a text prompt to video. And so really, we think you're gonna have a lot of fun doing that with your team. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the presentation about what you can do with this cover. Let's now go to Create and see all the amazing things that we can do with the brief, with the Create experience. All right, see you there.